wherever direction you want to go. And I sometimes get myself confused. Whatever direction you want to go, guys, just turn slightly to the left. And that's how you're going to start. Okay? So when this line of dance down here, you start slightly to the left this way. If you were going in this direction, and this is line of dance, you'd be slightly to the left. That's how you want to start. So remember that. And when you end, you'll be this will be facing that way. Now, that's the left turn. And work on it, even just the regular box. Work on it at home. You don't need any room to do it. If you have music, it's great. If you don't have music, it's still okay. But it's better if you do have the music. That will get you down to here, and what we've done afterwards is shown just getting back, doing a change step actually, to get back into the line. What we want to do is show you the right turn. The right turn is a little more difficult, and if you don't pick it up right away, you can stick with the left turn for now and get down the floor to a point where you get in this position again and just do another. So I'll just show that again for a second. So, yeah, I'm sorry. So what you can do if you want to get down the floor, just doing the left turn, is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And when you do that, you can come back in that position again. Okay, just so you get back to that angle that you can do, start the left advancing box with. So just keep that in mind. And if you have to play with it a little bit, it's okay. If there's nobody behind you and you do a regular box, you can end the box just going like so. Say this is line of dance and we want to go, we need to do a regular box, we go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And now we're ready to go. So you don't need more than the left advancing box, but it's only part of it. Now the right box is somewhat more difficult. First of all, when the man turns to the right, he's got to start with his right foot. We can't start with the left foot and turn to our right. It just doesn't work. So when we're doing the right box to practice, the one where we don't go but just in a circle, we first have to do just a regular step, okay? Just like we're doing the regular box. But instead of coming back on the right foot straight, we turn to our right as we, let's see, 1, 2, 3, now we go forward. We have to go forward, move our right foot like so. And this becomes 2, 2, 3. And we keep turning to our right. Then the left foot goes back, and the right foot goes forward. So this is how it happens. We'll do it together, and it'll probably be easier. So you have to do the regular change step with just the regular half box first. 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Well, I turn it to you. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, 3. It's in, it's 5, 2, 3, and then we just finish coming forward. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. It's just harder because the men are always used to going forward with the left and then back with the right. That's something we can practice. So let's just do that. Let's do that a little bit. Work with the turnover, so we'll start here. So this is what will happen. Yeah, they'll know the left there. This is what happened. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. Now, if you notice, there was an element of the right turn in it. Once we got to here, say we've done the left turn, and we finished the left turn and we're here, okay? Now, the man's left foot is free. So what I've had you do so far, and you can keep doing this, is just do a change step to here, and then just keep going down. And that's perfectly okay. If you have trouble with the right turn from here on, just stick with that for a while. But when we're here, and if we do the change step, we have to do a change step to turn right. Because remember, the left foot's free. We don't change position. We just go like so. And we stay in this same configuration. And now, we're going to do the right turn. And this time, just like with the left, instead of it being a quarter turn, it has to be 3/8 of the turn. So we start out to the right like so, but then the man has to bring his foot all the way over to here. And that's not easy. So it's not that hard to bring it over. What's hard is to go over, stay up enough so that you can bring your other foot over and down and and not keep going. And then the man keeps turning, and he has to do another 3/8. So he comes back here and brings this foot over to here. And then oops, I didn't change weight here. 1, 2, 3. So now his right foot's free, and he finishes with the forward, just like I had you do on the practice forward change thing. So you end up exactly the same place where you started. Let's do it one more time, and we'll see where we begin, and we'll see where we end, and we'll be in this exact same configuration. So let's say we started right back here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 3, 6, 2, 3. So we advance from here to here. That's a pretty good distance. A lot of floors aren't more than twice that long. So what we've done the right box, but we've gone a little further. And again, if this ends up being a little more than you can handle, it's perfectly understandable. Some of you who've had some waltz before will probably be able to handle it fine. I don't want to hold him back. But at the very least, try to practice that right turn just in a square. I think anybody can practice that. But what we're doing here is the 3/8 step. What you might do is, this is the same, and this is the same. When we come here, start to turn like so, and then come back. It's easier to turn, but then you have to make sure that when you bring your foot, that you bring it back here completely. It's so easy to turn from here to here, but it may be more natural to do the turn that way. Let's show you one more time. Well, let's go on to other stuff, but maybe you can practice that at home. But again, so you just kind of go out of ways to say maybe to point to that corner or to this corner. So instead of just going here and straight, which I guess is a little awkward, you can sort of point to here and go like so, but then you have to come back completely because you do want to face each other on that. So, but anyway, we started on the left turning box, and what we did first, just to practice, and this is good for everyone to do, is to just practice the left box where we don't advance. So what the man does, just like when we were just doing now, where if we were here, he's turning in like this, or when we do the underarm turn, where he turns to meet her, the first part of it will be, so he'll start like this, so he's like so on the first step. So he's already going around rather than going 1, 2, 3. It's kind of awkward. So start out 1, 2, 3. So when we're not going advancing, you're just turning a quarter of a turn. And then just keep turning a quarter of a turn And then when you come out with the right foot, it also have to be turning. And each time you want that first step to start to point in the direction you're going to be. In fact, it'd probably be a good idea for us to do that a little bit again, because that's really the basic. This is a very good way to practice your technique as well, especially just doing the regular box. Again, let's go over a little more of the rise and fall that we talked about, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Remember, the man goes forward on a heel, and you're down, starting down. And it's meaning like, pretend that you're sort of forming a lap. And just down enough so that there's a little bit of a lap there. So the first step is forward, but there's no change, no up or down. It's forward and then bring the weight over the foot. Okay, so you're still down. And the second step is up. Up. And you try to bring your weight over so that it gets over that foot. And as you do that, on the 3, you bring the left foot over. And keep that right foot, right heel off the ground. And then you come down on the 3, at the end of the 3 here. And then that's the second part of the ladies, the first part of the man. This man's second part would be her first part. So you're down there and you go straight back and drag your weight over the heel. And then come up and then down. It's actually harder stopping. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And try to leave that heel off the ground on the 2. And then you come down at the end of 3, not on 1. It's not this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's not what you want to do. You want to already be down on 1. So we've gone over this some. I just wanted to review it a little bit. And this is what you want to do no matter what you're doing. Whether you're doing this or the underarm turn or the patty cake or whatever. This is what gives the rise and fall, gives it the look. Now we also went over last week. We went over the left turn. Remember now, what we just did were fourth of the turns. But if we just do fourth of the turn, we're going to stay in one place. So if you want to practice that on the dance floor during the dance, get in the middle of the floor. If you get in the middle of the floor, you can do that all you want. It's perfectly okay because people will be going around you. But if you get on the edges, then you got to do line of dance. You got to go. So it's okay even during a dance to get out and just do a regular boxes if you want. But just make sure you don't get anybody's way. Now, to advance though, we have to go further. Okay, sorry. Let me get back here. So now, if this is line of dance, I'm going down this way. If I start here, it's not going to work well. We have to start, this is where positioning on the floor makes a big difference. So we start, well, it'll really be an eighth of the distance in from what line of dance is here. So the man's back will be 2 line of dance on the diagonal to the wall, and hers will be back to that one. And the reason is so that we can get around and do the step. Now this time, instead of going just a fourth of the way around, we go 3/8 of the way around. So 3/8, if we went only a fourth, it would be to here. Okay? So, but we have to get around further than that. So what I'm going to do is 3/8. So I'm going to start off with the 1, same way with the 1 here. But instead of just coming like so, I'm going to go further. So I've got to go 1, 2, 3. And that becomes 3/8 of a turn. Okay, that's the fourth of it plus this other part to get to here. So the first step for the man is here, just like we just did. But instead of just bringing his foot straight over, he's got to bring it so that it comes to here. And that's the 2. And then the 3 comes back and meets it and goes down. But it's still the same principle. It's still the same up and down. But before a lot of you worry about the rise and fall on this, at least try to get the distance. So it's 1, and then on the 2, the foot comes so that it faces this way. And the 3 just comes with it and comes down. Now, to finish the box, that's like half a box. So to finish it, we're going to go another 3/8. And the man starts off the same way you would otherwise, like so. But then he has to bring his foot over to here. And that gives, instead of just bringing it to here, bring it to here, adds that other 1/8 of a turn. You follow? And so that's basically as far as we got with that. So let's do it again, and we can review all this. And for somebody, of course, it will be new. So just remember, it's like the corner turn, except it's a little further. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's really important on that second step to get where you want to go, because that's wherever you put that foot on the second step is where you're going to end up. What happens a lot of times when men are over here is they'll just go 1, 2, 3, and there you are. Now, if you want to end there, fine, and you want to do something else, fine. But that's not what we're doing here. That's only a quarter of a turn. So, in order to get that other 1/8, the man has to bring his foot here so that it faces there. So now we started diagonally this way, and now we're diagonally this way.
The woman has to really.
Yeah, and that's the other. That's right. On the first one, as you can see, the man has to do the reaching. The woman's distance is not as great. He's going 1 here, and then he's going to have to get all the way over to here, so he has to come over. Now, the second one, and the guys don't take a fairly short step here when you come here, because she has to get around. So she's going to have to do the work on the second one as she comes around. It's a much shorter step for the person who's going back. The person who's coming forward has to be a little more aggressive. Yeah, that's a good point. And the man shouldn't have to pull her. So the woman has to make a point of making sure she gets around. So knowing where you need to be is really important in order to do the step properly.